Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the Princess Jasmine wig that I used to wear and the Pocahontas wig. Whatever I can remember or think about concerning the wig, I want to talk about it with you guys because this is the wig, concerning the wig, like I get all kinds of questions about the wig. I guess the number one question that I get, was it heavy? And so I'm going to get into all of it. Is that your real hair? That was just such a popular question by guests, and it was frequently asked. I would say it kind of felt like once a week at least. And you know, when you're working there for a few years, to hear that question like once a week or once every few days, it just, you know, it's a common question. And my answer as performing, you know, when I was friends or performing the role of Jasmine, it's always, yes, this is my real hair. And I think to be cheeky, sometimes I would ask, is this your real hair? You know, like if I would have said, no, this is a wig, you know, that would have totally ruined the magic. There's kids around everywhere. It's like you don't ever break that wall. I don't really remember so much getting frustrated with guests when they would ask me that question, but it was a little like startling, and it would kind of throw me off a little bit because when you're a performer at Disney, you are always 150% of the time when you're on set, you are in character as much as you possibly can be. It's like you are no longer Jennifer Oaks, you are Princess Jasmine, because for those kids, you are Princess Jasmine, regardless of what adults think or whatever, you know. So I didn't really care to be asked about my wig. It was kind of like, really? I mean, to me personally, it was obvious that I was wearing a wig. The wig that I used to wear, the hair was just so full and so thick. Not to say that there aren't people out there who are blessed with hair like that, because there are, but it just seemed way too good to be true to me. As a guest, I never let my mind go there. I just saw Princess Jasmine in the Disney theme park, and to me, she was Jasmine. I allowed myself to have that make-believe, even though I was like in my early 20s when I was going as a guest with my husband. So, you know, I guess some guests were just curious, and as far as I know or was told, everybody in Disney Entertainment wore a wig. Like even the dancers that were on stage that were not princesses were generally wearing a wig most of the time. All of the Pocahontas characters that I knew wore the Pocahontas wig. Even if they had Pocahontas-like hair in real life, they still wore a wig. I have had people message me and say, but Jennifer, I knew a girl who used her real hair as Pocahontas, and maybe somebody did out there, but I never met them. I never saw that. As far as I know, all the Pocahontases I knew, like all of them wore wigs. So if Disney did something different at some point, I have no idea about that. It's just for the several years that I was at Disney, she always wore a wig. The one and only time in Disney Entertainment that I think I did not wear a wig, and I can't even 100% remember this, but is when I was Rope Girl in Spectro Magic, and I was at the very back of the parade holding the rope to close the Spectro Magic parade. I think I used my real hair, but I don't 100% remember. Comment below if anybody did Rope Girl and they remember, but I don't think I wore a wig. But back to the Princess Jasmine wig. It was not my real hair, and it was actually two wigs. Like there was the first wig was the wig on top where the head was, you know, where Jasmine has her little tiara like headband or whatever it is. So there was that part of the wig, and then there was a second wig that like tied, or somehow it was connected at the nape of the neck area, and it would go down to the small of my back. And a lot of people have asked me if that wig was heavy. It was not heavy. It felt like a hat, kind of. It had, like I used to wear a wig cap to tie my real hair up, like, and I would bobby pin it. A wig cap it kind of reminds me of like a fishnet stocking, or even sometimes, depending on the type of wig cap, it might be more like a stocking, like hosiery. So yeah, you would just have that wig cap on, and we used to use like double-sided tape. It was like a V double-sided tape piece that I would put after I had put on my wig cap and bobby pinned, and then we used to just slide the wig. I remember like fitting it down on my head and wanting it to line up just perfectly right. You know, like you wanted your bangs perfectly centered. And this is the old Princess Jasmine wig, by the way. You know, they've remade the costume. I don't know if you guys have seen the new costume or not, but she's not like she was in the cartoon anymore. But yeah, like it was really important to me that I got this part right. And once I got this part right when I was putting it on, then I wanted like the sideburns area, like where your ears are, then that was really important to me. All of this, I wanted this part like perfect. And so I remember like bobby pinning here and here to like make it nice and flush with my hair and head. And since I had dark hair over here, like you can see kind of my little sideburn thing there, like I don't know, I somehow used to like match it kind of seamlessly, and it kind of looked more realistic, I guess, because you could see like my sideburns and even some of my baby hair. Like I felt like it added to the realism, I guess. And then I have naturally like dark eyebrows, so I guess maybe I could see how somebody might ask me if the wig was real. Like maybe they really, to me it looked fake, like just the idea of so much hair was fake to me. But you know, it was so shiny too. Like I don't think it was real hair or anything. I'm curious to know what that hair was made out of. I should have asked when I worked there, but at the time I don't think I cared. But it was very shiny jet black hair. So I think I used to like pencil in my eyebrows with like a black, just to make myself look completely exotic or whatever. But even though I have like dark brown, I still wanted it like, you know, dark. But yeah, it wasn't heavy. It was just kind of like a nice hat, honestly. And it was, I want to say like for the big bangs and everything that were up front, I want to say they put styrofoam or like, I don't know if you've ever seen those buns that you can put on your head where it's like a fake bun and you like wrap your hair around the bun and it's more like a sponge. Does that make sense? But they would put like some sort of like fake sponge like thing and they would just wrap the wig around it, and that's how they made it so that the wig wasn't heavy on my head. I remember on the back of the wig, the wig was in a like almost like a fishnet to keep it from getting tangled and snagged and to keep it protected. Like the tail part was in some sort of fishnet. And then the back of it, I remember there was a little bit of material, the part that touched my back, there was some like little black material so that it wouldn't get caught on my costume, if that makes sense. My husband kind of makes fun of me because a lot of times I'll be thinking something in my head, but it doesn't necessarily make its way out of my mouth, so my communication sometimes isn't that great, if that makes, does anyone else have that problem? Never mind. But the point is, yeah, so this part like didn't have a fishnet on it. It was just, there was like sponges where the bangs were, and then like the tail part had, it was like enclosed in kind of a fishnet type. But it was really sheer and thin to where you couldn't really tell unless you got right up on it. So yeah, so that's what I remember. And the new wig now though, it looks so cool. Like it looks a lot more realistic, not so fake. So I admire that about the new wig. Although the new wig has those bangs, like the little bangs that come down the middle. I'm not quite a fan of those little bangs because Princess Jasmine didn't have little bangs in the movie. If she would have had the little bangs in the movie, I would understand the little bangs, but she does not have the little bangs in the movie, so I don't understand why they gave the new wig the little bangs. Does anyone else have a problem with the little bangs in the new wig of Princess Jasmine? But Anyway, comment below, let me know whether you prefer the old Princess Jasmine wig or if you prefer the new Princess Jasmine wig. For me, I'm torn. I like the tail of the new wig, but I don't like the bangs of the new wig. So comment below, let me know your feelings. Do you just hate the new wig completely, or are you like me, half and half, or you know what? So did the wig ever come off? So just with the tape alone and the two little bobby pins that I used to put on this side and on this side, and I used to put some pins underneath as well. With that, I felt like the wig was very secure, and generally it stayed on all day. Like maybe if I was working a super long shift, you know, halfway through my day, I might readjust it and refreshen it and repin it completely and everything, but usually I was pretty good for the whole day. But I do remember there were a couple of summers that were brutally hot, especially in July, and I remember sweating so profusely that the tape that I used at the top would lose its grip, and I remember the wig would then begin to slide back during the summer heat. That was, so I remember that being a problem with the wig. And again, now they have a new wig, so I don't know if that issue was resolved, if they fixed it, or if that's just something that you have to deal with in the sweaty conditions that Orlando has. But that was something I do remember, sweating so profusely that the wig would actually slide back. And I remember at Disney in the break room, somebody had taken a picture of me that day that the wig had slid back, like somebody backstage, and they posted it on the wall backstage. Like they had like a little mural of all the Aladdins and Jasmines who were currently working, and I just remember that horrible picture of my wig almost falling off. So I don't know, they probably don't have that photo anymore. Somebody like a couple years after I had left was probably like, what is this terrible wig picture of this Jasmine? What is that doing on our wall? Get that off. So I don't know. I don't know whatever happened to that picture, but I remember it was kind of funny, and they used to have it backstage. So yeah. If you guys have more questions about the wig, just comment below if I didn't cover them in this video, and I'll try to talk about them. I guess there are more things I could say about the wig, but they are not necessarily positive, and I don't want to completely ruin the magic for you guys. So I'm just going to leave it there. You can private message me if you want to hear more, I guess. Yeah, I don't want to, I try to keep things, even though I talk about backstage stuff on my channel, I try to keep things as positive as I can about Disney, because overall, like, my experience was very much positive, thankfully. You know, not everybody can say that. So anyway, that's all I have to say for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Disney related videos. Please like this video if you liked it, share this video if you think somebody might find it entertaining, and I hope you guys are having a great week. Happy New Year, by the way. All right, bye-bye.